If you want to learn how to start an LLC in Maryland, you're in the right place. Now, every state has slightly different rules when it comes to forming an LLC. With reasonably priced expenses and a high-ranking business survival rate, Maryland is a great LLC choice for aspiring business owners who live in the state. Stick around to learn what the steps are to form your own limited liability company in Maryland. To get an LLC, you can either do it yourself or hire someone to do it for you. But if you're gonna go the DIY route, there are 5 steps total to forming your LLC in Maryland. 1. Name your LLC. Do you already have a name for your business? You'll need to search through the business name database that's kept on file with the Maryland Secretary of State just to make sure it isn't taken. Every state has its own rules about what kinds of names you're allowed to use in order to form your LLC. In general, you'll want to check that it's not easily confused with another business name on file. For example, Bear Claw LLC and Bear Claw LLC are not easily distinguishable. And you'll need to add either limited liability company, LLC, or LLC with periods in between each letter to your business's name. There are also certain words that might require additional paperwork, such as insurance, trust, bank, and Inc. Lastly, though this isn't a requirement of getting an LLC, you'll probably want to grab the domain name of your business name so that nobody else gets it first. 2. File articles of organization. Maryland requires you to file articles of organization with the Secretary of State either in person, online, or by mail. It'll cost $100 to file. Make sure to include the name of your proposed LLC, the physical address of your Maryland office, the designated registered agent, which we'll talk about in a moment, and how your LLC will be managed. A member-managed LLC usually has a small number of members, and those members are all managers. They're able to be involved in the day-to-day business operations. On the other hand, a manager-managed LLC typically has a larger number of members who don't want to be involved in day-to-day decisions. 3. Choose a resident agent. So having a resident agent, which is more commonly called a registered agent, is a requirement for forming an LLC in Maryland. A resident agent refers to a person or business who sends and accepts all legal papers, acting as a point of contact for your LLC. These documents can include things like regulatory and tax notices, subpoenas, correspondence, and legal filings. Your resident agent can be someone in your company, like you, or you can hire a professional service to do it for you, as long as your registered agent has a physical address in Maryland and is available during business hours. 4. Create an operating agreement. Though Maryland doesn't legally require you to maintain an operating agreement and file it with the Secretary of State, it's still an important step for forming your LLC. An operating agreement records your LLC setup, organizational structure, daily duties, and general rules. It defines the roles and responsibilities of all LLC members, including the percentage of ownership allocated to each member, how profits will be distributed, and how decisions will be made. It's basically the core document of your business, and it can help you prevent future misunderstandings, so it's really important to have. There are usually 6 main sections to an operating agreement. 1. Organization. This describes when and where a company is created, who its members are, and how ownership is structured. 2. Management and voting. Just like it sounds, it outlines how the company is managed and how the members vote. 3. Capital contributions, which members are financially supporting the LLC, and how more funds plan to be raised in the future. 4. Distributions, how the company's profits and losses are distributed among the members. 5. Membership changes, the process for adding or removing members of the LLC, or if and when members can transfer their ownership shares. 6. Dissolution, this explains the circumstances in which the LLC may be dissolved. Your operating agreement is a living document that should be updated each time there's a change in the membership or management of your company. 5. Apply for an EIN. Your employer identification number is like a social security number specifically for your business. It's a 9-digit number assigned by the IRS to identify taxpayers who are required to file business tax returns. An EIN from the IRS is a federal tax requirement for any LLC. It's also necessary if you want to open a business bank account, apply for a business loan, and pay your business income taxes. EINs are free, and you can get one from the IRS either online or by mail. And that's how to form an LLC in Maryland. Note that your tax requirements will vary depending on how your LLC is set up. So in addition to potential corporate tax filings, you may be required to file personal income taxes. It's important to make sure you remain up to date with all Maryland tax guidelines and understand which deductions you may be entitled to take as a member of an LLC. If forming an LLC on your own sounds like too much of a headache, you can always go with option 2, hiring a service to take care of your Maryland LLC for you. Though it may cost more money than doing it yourself, there are a lot of benefits to hiring a pro like Tailor Brands. Our LLC service will take care of your formal application, get your EIN for you, create your operating agreement in your terms, and act as your registered agent. So you can rest easy knowing that your paperwork is taken care of, deadlines are met, and your privacy is protected. If you have any more questions about forming a Maryland LLC, you can check out the link to our blog post in the video description below. Don't forget to visit the Tailor Brands website and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more information on how to successfully build your business from scratch. We can't wait to see what you create.